I want to argue that you should reject Islam because Islam practices a form of discrimination that if it was applied to you as a Muslim, you would rage against it, and rightly so. And my example to that is Zakat. Zakat is a discriminatory Muslim tax that discriminates against Christians. Right? It's not a charity, let's be clear, it's not charity. You have a form of charity in Zakat, I do accept that. But Zakat is a redistributive tax that takes from rich Muslims and gives to poor Muslims.
No.
Yeah. Don't just ignore him. Just ignore him. He's just ignore him. Just focus on the conversation.
Yeah, but like, what's wrong with that?
Because he's just a troll. Carry on.
No, I mean, what's wrong with
Right. So, what is the alternative for the Christians in the Islamic State? There isn't one. Right. So what we've got in the Islamic State is a whole bunch of tax.
Muslims allowed to give charity to Christians in the Islamic State?
The Zakat can't be given to Christians.
Are they allowed to give Zakat?
They can't. They can give other forms of charity, but they can't give Zakat. So the reason why it's
like if you can give the equivalent amount of money, that's not Zakat.
So one second. Why is it a discriminatory tax? Let us imagine. Hold on one second. Let us imagine that in this country.
As a Muslim, give to a church.
So can I finish my point? So if this country created a tax system
I didn't come for a debate. I was say hi.
Yeah, and I'm saying hi. Yeah. I have said hi.
The tax to everybody, the poor,
so
the rich,
you just got
the
to ignore
poor
the troll.
people,
He's just
you have to be
drinks too much coffee. Drinks too much coffee, and he's swearing in front of kids. So you know, like, so my point is, the thing is, in Islamic State, you have, and that unfortunately is how Muslim children are being raised. By Muslims like that. He's raising his children to think that it is appropriate to abuse Christians. That's the example he just provided to his children, and we wonder why there is such anti-Christian bigotry in the Muslim community. That is why it's happening. That's why there's anti-Christian bigotry amongst Muslims in this country and around the Islamic world.
That's a generalization.
But it also happens to be a fact, my friend.
No, you can't generalize.
Yes, there is widespread.
Christians around the world that have taught their children to discriminate against Muslims.
I am saying that there is widespread Christophobia in the Muslim community.
I'm not denying that there may be an element of Christophobia in the Muslim community, but you can't deny there's an element of Islamophobia in the Christian community.
So, I mean, I
What's
don't.
the issue?
So, well, here's the issue. Because Islam institutes that kind of discrimination. Coming back to Zakat. So Zakat can only be given it's taken from rich Muslims and given to poor Muslims, right? Yeah. In an Islamic state, there is no equivalent redistribution for Christians. The Jizya tax is taken from Christians and used for the purposes of the state. It is not redistributed to Christians. And other taxes may be redistributive. Let's be fair. Let's use a hypothetical scenario in which there is a redistributive tax that's given to all citizens that Christians can benefit from. It still results in an extra benefit for the Muslim community that the Christians do not receive.
Jizya is paid by Christians in the Islamic State for the reasons and purposes of not needing to participate in the army. So,
Jizya is paid by Christians to humiliate them and to enforce the fact that they are Shall I show you? I'll show you. Okay? Because unfortunately, the Islam that you want to believe in is not the Islam that you want to believe in is not the Islam of your Quran. Because you're a better Muslim than Muhammad. I know you, and I know you're a good human being. Right? I know you're a good human being. And I've said this to you on camera and off camera. Right? That you're better than Muhammad. Have I not said that to you multiple times?
I don't believe that.
But I have said that to you, haven't I? Right? So let's just look at how Muslims impose their understanding of the dhimmi tax. Okay? So in Sahih al-Muslim, it states, this is all connected to the text of the Quran that talks about the jizya tax, right?
Bro, I need to go now, but I'm happy to have this conversation once I come back.
Yeah. Yeah, if you need to go, let's come back and have that conversation. But the chances are, by the time you come back, I'll probably be talking with someone else. So maybe me and you can meet, like, for a coffee sometime during the week. You know you can reach me. Can you reach me, or have you lost my contact details?
It was mostly through like a mutual friend. But
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to reach me through our mutual, or I can give you my contact details and you can reach me that way. Yeah? Have you got something to record it? Because I'll show you that you want to believe in a better religion than your texts allow you to. And that's a credit to you as a human being. That's genuinely a credit to you as a human being. But it doesn't get Islam out of the problem. It just means you're a good man.
there you go.
Yep. Okay. Where's the email? There we go. Okay, get in touch with us, bro, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you. I know you were just saying hello.
Yeah.
Just saying hello, but I know you can have an intelligent conversation, and I wanted to have an intelligent conversation with you. All right. If you're free when you come back, come and grab me. Yeah.
I think you had a debate with him before.
Who? Yeah. I have had a debate with him. Let's go fight. So the fact of the matter is, guys, right? Muslims keep telling the Western world that Zakat is charity. That's a lie. Zakat is not charity. They are literally lying to you when they say that Zakat is charity. Zakat is a tax. It is a redistributive tax. And it is an unfair tax.
Why?
It is a tax of an apartheid system. And why is it an tax of an apartheid system?
Why?
Because it is taken from Muslims, rich Muslims, and it can only be given to poor Muslims. So if you're a Christian in need, you can't receive zakat. So all of you guys that are thinking, isn't it nice that these Muslims are sending their zakat to help the floods in Pakistan or the victims of the earthquake in Turkey, just bear in mind that none of that charity can be given to any of the Christian victims of those disasters. And actually, when the zakat was being redistributed in the floods of Pakistan, what was seen was that the Christians were refused aid. They were denied aid. And that's something that the Western liberals don't want to recognize. They don't want to recognize it because the Western liberals, would you like to have this debate?
Hey,
Come here then.
You're talking half bullshit, he said.
Half bullshit. So come here in front of the camera.
No, you said that.
Come here. If you're going to interrupt my conversation, I'm going to come and talk to you.
I'll give you a clarification.
Right.
We can be cordial sometimes, Bob. Listen, okay? I was making a.
Can we do this timed?
Yes.
No. I'm literally making a few remarks, and then this is a technical, remark I'm going to make. Is the zakat? You're absolutely right. The zakat is legislated to be given to Muslims only, but we have we have sadaqah, which is a much more frequent zakat given, which is uncapped. So the zakat is 2.5. The sadaqah could be any amount, as frequent as possible, and can be to non-Muslims and Muslims alike. So whilst you're absolutely right, we have zakat, but also sadaqah, which is an uncapped. And as frequent as you want, and that can be to anyone, Muslim or non-Muslim. And oftentimes, me personally, when I give sadaqah, I don't differentiate with which charity I give. I might sometimes give it to we're not supposed to expose our sins, but expose our good deeds in that extent. But it varies. So I'm not saying you. To be honest, I heard one remark. That's what I heard, Bob. I don't hear anything else. It might be totally valid what you said, it might be totally invalid. The reason he said is it half bullshit, half. Or whatever I said, I used to use what I say bullshit. I said the whole half. So that's all. It's a technical.
Okay, so let me reply to that. Is that right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
All right.
I'm not 1 minute.
Wait.
1 minute.
Yeah, let's do 1 minute. 1 minute. Just hold. Pause. He's just doing the battery.
Well, I'm not sure how I've ended up here.
Well, you did jump into the conversation that I was giving.
I did not.
Right, are we ready? Are we ready?
The cameraman did.
Right.
Action!
Calm down, JC. So the reality is, what he admitted is that everything that I said was true. Zakat cannot be given to those Christians in need. And I said that this is another evidence of the apartheid discriminatory practices of Sharia law. Now, he said, ladies and gentlemen, that Muslims do have a form of charity that they can give more liberally, and I don't dispute the point. I totally agree with him. I am aware of that, but that is not my criticism. My criticism is not that Muslims have a form of liberal charity that they can give. My criticism is that Islam has a discriminatory tax called zakat that only can be given to one kind of citizen, the Muslim citizen. And as you've just heard, far from speaking bullshit, I was speaking fact. 1 minute. Right, 1 minute reply.
Okay, well, I never agreed to 1 minute. I've been dragged into this debate because I heard one comment. I don't know any context that preceded or this debate. I don't know if it's a debate or just a speech from Bob. Discussion from Bob. Well, and in fact, I didn't even interject in this conversation. He asked me whether what he said was bullshit or not. Not my wording, his wording. Not Bob's wording, the cameraman's wording. I said, well, using his word, well, half, because commonly when people will hear the word zakat, they just translate to charity, and this is not strictly or technically correct. So I just said, let me make a technical correction there to say zakat is a form of charity. But we have other more liberal and free form of charity where it's uncapped, you can give as much as you want and as frequently as you want. I'm not here to debate or discuss anything else. I was just simply making a correction on Bob's remarks. And yeah, that's all I have to say to this conversation. Thank you very much, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so let me reply. Okay, I'm going to reply to what he said. I'm going to reply to what he said. He said, JC, it's fine. JC, it's fine. It's all right, it's not time now. So the point is, ladies and gentlemen...
Go away, Siraj! Go away, Siraj!